Friday night. Yes, yes, yes. And we're laggy. Look at that.
We're laggy, but we're live at church.
But I think we're less laggy. We are live at church, and we've got the beautiful Fern Cotton here with us tonight. Some of you might be too young for that reference. Fern Cotton, in-betweeners. She's an in-betweener.
She's an in-betweener, Fern Cotton. My name's Libby.
My name's Julian.
Welcome to Bridge East Tube.
Friday night. Live. Faith Lives with Chilled Vibes. Hey,
Loving life.
As always, we'd love for you to comment. We can see the comments.
We can see them.
We're watching them. And let us know what you're drinking. Are you drinking a cup of hot chocolate?
I've got blackcurrant squash.
I have got a good cup of coffee, as always, to keep me going through the night. That'd be good.
Yeah, we're doing well.
I say that. I mean, we're only a half-hour show, so it's not like I need a big coffee boost to keep me going.
Not really, but we're doing well.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let us know in the comments what you're up to.
We are aware there's a chunky lag on tonight, and I mean, like normally when we're streaming at home, we got super duper internet, which is awesome, but tonight we are a minute behind. You're watching live, we're a minute ahead of you. It's kind of like we're in the future.
I know.
Which is going to make interactive games very interesting.
It is. You're going to have to be really on it, or we'll have to be really bad, one of the two.
Well, normally it's a combination of both. You guys are amazing and we suck at games, so it kind of works out well, but hopefully it won't be a painful minute. Let us know who's watching, because obviously we don't know. You're anonymous in the audience till you say hello in the live chat. Give us a wave, give us a thumbs up, give us a smiley emoji, let us know your mood, give us a sick emoji if you're feeling sick. Give us
I really hope they're not feeling sick.
Give us a love emoji if you're loving everything.
Exactly.
Or just no emoji with a
deadpan face.
A straight face one, do you know what I mean?
Deadpan face.
What have we got tonight?
We've got a lot of time. We've got a few games, which is going to be cool. We've got a new game that I don't know about.
Yes, we have got a super duper hidden game, which I'm going to tell you about at the end.
Amazing. And we have 5 minutes of fire as per normal.
Actually, we changed the name to Story Time.
Story Time.
Story Time.
Story Time with Julian.
Story Time with Julian.
So that's going to be awesome. So should we get going on the first segment?
Let's get cracking. As always, we like to begin with some consistency in life. And the first one we have got for you tonight is the advice deck.
Advice deck.
As always, here's the advice deck. And so the idea of this is I don't know, because I'm the one answering the questions tonight, I don't know what question has been submitted.
Cool.
And you, the viewer, have had an opportunity to use the handle for Instagram at BridgeYouthLNC to direct message, or you've emailed us, or you've texted us, or we found a comment somewhere from a young person asking a difficult question in life. 9 times out of 10, nothing comes through direct messenger on Instagram, so we've dug this one from elsewhere. But I don't know, you can ask anything. You maybe want advice in life, in family, friends, relationships of all kinds, in your walk of faith, Christianity, or who the best Teletubby growing up was, or not.
Totally Poe.
Tinky Winky.
Poe.
So what question
Tinky Winky had a handbag.
What question have we got tonight?
So the question we have tonight is, it's been lockdown.
Yes,
I've been in my room a lot more than usual.
Yes.
My mum keeps nagging me to clean my room, and I just don't want to. How can I stop her nagging me?
Really easy answer. The way that you can stop your mum nagging you to clean your room is clean your room.
But they don't want to.
Sometimes we've got to do things in life, Libby, that we don't want to do. And a part of it is taking care of yourself. Paul says, I put away childish things. That actually, as we grow up in faith, as we grow up in life, we need to choose to grow up in responsibility as well. And so in the kindest, loving, but in a firm way, I'd love to say you need to take responsibility for yourself. And that begins in the small things. And the best thing you can take responsibility in the small things with is tidying your room, making your bed, sorting your space out. And if you can take responsibility of the small things, you'll be able to thrive in the big things.
Amazing.
How was that? That was all right. That was a good question.
That was a fairly easy question for you, I think. You need
to
to send us
suck
some
it up and get
harder
into
ones.
it. That's what you've got to do. Yeah. Would you agree? Would you disagree?
I would agree.
Banter?
I would agree. I think you should. I mean, if your parents are nagging you and they've asked you more than once, probably bad.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
I'd clean it. Brill, next section.
We got a new game. Are you ready? We're playing Drawtionary.
I didn't know this game.
Listen to the funky music. Let me pump up the volume. I don't know if that's the tune actually, because we actually can't hear any music live in the studio. So this game is Drawtionary. It's not to be confused with the other game that's trademarked. This game is not trademarked because I made it up. Drawtionary.
Amazing. I think the other game sounds better.
Shall I explain the game?
Yes, please.
What I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen at home, I have got a beautiful whiteboard which I'm going to pull on screen in a second. I am going to draw a picture and you have got to guess what I'm drawing. And when you get it, shout Drawtionary. Libby is live in the studio with me, as you can see right there. You can just step over on your screen a little bit. You're intruding on mine. Your hand's on my screen. And so I'm going to draw a picture. You've got to guess what the phrase, action, movie, or thing is. Do I have to tell you one more time? I will kick you out of my studio.
I'm stroking Fern's hair.
Leave Fern alone.
Okay.
That's the game. Bearing in mind, though, we've got a whopping 1 minute lag. That is something special to behold. But hopefully you can drop a comment before you see Libby get the answer on screen. And that counts as imaginary points.
Totally. And
You'll get that.
It's so small on my screen that you'll probably get it before me anyway.
It is tiny. So we're going to get into it. Let me drag on my assistant for this evening. Dun, dun, dun.
This is Mr. Whiteboard.
Oh, that's as far as I go. There we go.
Amazing.
Bum, 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 ba, da, ba. Okay, are you ready for the first round of Drawtionary?
I am ready to go.
And I can draw as far as, there's my line. Okay, are you ready? Can you see that on screen?
We will find out, won't we?
We're going to play Drawtionary. The first one is this.
Okay, I don't think they can see it at all.
Oh no, let me turn the brightness. Let me know when you can see it. Are you ready?
I think that.
That is shocking. Can you see that?
There's the lights reflecting off it.
Oh, we've just gone dark, man.
We've gone very dark.
Turn the brightness up. I think we've got a fair balance there, though. There we go.
Oh, yeah, that's better. That's no.
Okay, we'll hold it there.
That's good. That's good.
We can see that. Are you ready? First Drawtionary is. I'm not very good at drawing. I'll be honest.
Is it a flying pig? A flying zebra.
No.
A super rabbit.
No.
A super monster. A
No.
dragon.
No. Keep going. Keep going.
A dragon.
No.
A
Okay, it's related to. It's related to. Oh, I'll tell you what, he's got.
a flying dragon doing a poo.
No, you got the first part right. Flying.
Flying.
What are these? What are these?
Stripes. A flying
Yep.
bee.
It's a shop. I'll tell you that. It's a shop. It's a shop.
Shop.
That's a clue. It's a shop.
Flying tiger.
Flying tiger is correct. Can you see? You can just about see that on
Just
screen.
about to see that. I'm just
say
going
that.
to touch the screen so that we take the.
Okay, that was okay. So that's a practice. That's a good go. Flying tiger.
I went there today. I went there.
All right, are you ready? Next one. I'm going to do this nice and big. Pen's running out already.
A box. A number one. Is it a shop again?
No.
A medal. A circle. Flying saucer.
My pen is proper running out now.
It depends how you hold it. The ink flows out of it different ways. A wheel. A clock. 1 o'clock. Lunchtime. 12:20.
No, keep going. Keep going.
1 time round the clock.
No, keep going.
1 time round the clock. 1 clock. 1 clock. 1 o'clock. 1 to 1.
No, keep going.
12 hours.
Keep going. No.
12-hour clock.
No. What do you see? Say what you see. Say what you see. 1.
1.
Yep.
1.
Yep.
1
And that.
clock.
No.
Time.
Yes.
One time. Once again. One time again.
Where is the one? Where is the one?
On top.
Yes.
Top time. Time top.
Has anyone in the comments got it?
Time. One time top.
No.
One around top. One time above the clock.
No.
Beat the clock. One.
Where is the one?
Above the clock.
Yeah. It's
on the clock.
Yeah.
One on the clock.
One on the, no.
One on.
It's not clock though, is it? You said it earlier.
One on time.
Keep going.
Time.
Keep working that phrase.
One on time.
Yeah.
One.
What is it on? It's on.
One on the time.
It's go.
Go on time. Go up.
Up.
Up on time.
What is that?
Go up on time. One up on time.
Keep going.
One.
Keep working it.
One time up. One. See. Once.
Yeah.
Once.
Yep.
Once up.
Yeah.
Up once on time.
No, keep going.
Keep
working that phrase.
On time.
Yeah.
Once up, down. Once up on time.
Has anyone got that?
No.
Anyone in the comments, have you got that?
No, we've lost a viewer. It's been that long.
Oh my gosh.
Once upon a time. I've got it. I've got it.
Yes, it's once upon a time.
Oh gosh.
That was shocking.
Sorry.
That was amazing. That was something special to behold. I'm sorry, guys. That was painful. That was incredible.
Julian
Thank you for your
draw.
help there. It didn't help that we could barely see the whiteboard on screen, though. I've got to admit. Once upon a time. Hey, let us know in the future. You can vote. You can upvote that game. Do you want to see that game again, but like clearly, or do you never want to play that again? That's what we want to know. Oh gosh.
So
what we got
in the
next,
next
Libby?
section, we are over to our 5 minutes of fire. We have the wonderful Julian Arnold giving our story time, continuing our story of Joseph.
Amazing, and I travelled all the way to be here, Libby, as well. Isn't that nice? So for those of you who have been following along, we have been following the story, the life and times of Joseph, the Prince of Egypt. And so if you watch back on some of the other episodes, or you've been joining us all along, you'll know that Joseph had 12 brothers. He was a little bit arrogant. He had this amazing dream. And this dream was all about how his brothers were going to bow down to him, and he was going to be a ruler over them, and they didn't like that idea, so they threw him into a well. They sold him into slavery. Some of his brothers actually wanted to kill him, but one of his older brothers stepped in, Reuben, and said, no, we're not going to kill him. Sold him into slavery, and they went back to his dad and lied about the fact that he was dead. They covered his old cloak in blood, and it's all a bit grim. I promise you, this is in the Bible. And anyway, Joseph gets sold into slavery. He ends up in Potiphar's house. He gets thrown into prison. And there he spends about 20 years of his life in prison. Not a great place to be. Anyway, he has some dreams. God gives him the ability to interpret dreams. And he tells a baker and I want to say candlestick maker. It's not a candlestick maker. He tells a baker and a cupbearer the dreams they're having. They turn out to be true. And eventually, years down the line, he's remembered in front of Pharaoh, and he comes and tells Pharaoh his dream. And the dream that Pharaoh's having is that there's going to be 7 years of plenty, of rich and wealth, and 7 years of famine. And as soon as... You all right?
Yeah, connection's gone a little bit.
As soon as he tells Pharaoh what his dream is, Pharaoh says, right, I'm going to put you in charge of the whole land. He essentially becomes the prime minister of Egypt thousands of years ago. And so now he's in the place of being in charge. And Libby talked last week about dreams being something we have to wait for, to be patient for, that it can be 20 years for God to make the dream come true that he's given you. But we pick up the story in Genesis 41. Now, Joseph is overseeing the whole land. I want you to imagine right now you are an overseer of the land and you've got all the wealth, all the power. And your brothers who threw you into slavery 12 years ago are walking down the road. That's the story where we're jumping into today. And Joseph is the one who's responsible for everyone being able to eat. He has all the grain, all the food, and people have to come to him to get permission to get food. And his brothers rock up all the way from his hometown, miles and miles away, looking for food because there's a famine in the land. And Joseph recognizes them immediately, but because it's been over 20 years, they don't recognize Joseph. They don't imagine for 1 second that this is their brother. They think their brother is dead and gone. And so Joseph uses this opportunity to toy with them a little bit. Now it says this in verse 6, now Joseph was the governor over Egypt. He was the one who sold grain to people who came to buy it. And so Joseph's brothers came to him and bowed face down on the ground before him. And when Joseph saw his brothers, he knew who they were, but he acted as if he didn't know them. He asked unkindly, where do you come from? They answered, we have come from the land of Canaan to buy food. Joseph knew they were his brothers, but they did not know who he was. And Joseph remembered his dreams from when he was younger. And then he said, you're spies! You came to learn where the nation is weak. But his brothers said, no, master, we have come as your servants just to buy food. And this goes back and forth for a little bit. And Joseph basically uses this opportunity to toy with his brother's emotions, kind of like he's getting his revenge. And his brothers realize they're in a desperate situation. Joseph is accusing them of being spies, and he's like, he's going to throw you in prison. And so they plead with him. They're like, no, we just want to get food. And then Joseph says this to them, well, I'm a God-fearing man. If you really are who you say, and he knows, he's toying with them. If you really are, leave one of your brothers here with me. Go home and fetch your younger brother who you've left at home and prove to me you are who you say you are. And like all the brothers panic because they're like, oh no, our dad's not going to let us take the youngest son, because remember, Joseph 20 years ago died and he's so grief-stricken, he's anxious, he'd never let his son come to Egypt. And so they don't know what to do, so they plead with him. And they realize they're in a difficult situation because Joseph's just going to be unkind to them. He's got a little bit of revenge in his heart. Anyway, as the story goes on, and this is where we're going to wrap it up, the brothers turn to each other and they say this to each other, we're getting what we deserve. You know, years ago, we left our little brother to die. We sold him into slavery. Now we're getting what we deserve. It's kind of like coming back on us. It's like we're being repaid for all of our evil, because that's how they thought back then. And Joseph was using an interpreter to speak to them. But of course, because he's from that family, he knows their language. And he's hearing all of this go on, and he starts to well up. And the Bible says he turns away to cry, because what he realizes is that his brothers regret what happened. His brothers are upset about what has happened. And the crux of the story today is that people change. See, it's been over 20 years for Joseph, and the brothers that threw him to jail, threw him in the well, sold him into slavery, aren't the brothers that they are today. They regret what they did. They have lived with remorse. They've grown up over the years. And Joseph, of course, has grown up over the years, and he has become a man. He's not the person he once was, and neither are his family members. Did you know that people can change? That you can change? That your friends can change, that your family can change, that over the years we can say things and we can do things that we regret and we didn't mean, but actually we can mature, we can learn from our mistakes, and in 2 years' time, 3 years' time, you're a different person. That you've grown as a person. And I want to just challenge you. Maybe there's something you've said and something that you've done years ago that you're ashamed of, that you regret. Or maybe there's something that somebody said or did to you that years ago has been a bit of a grudge. It's been a bit of a sticking point for you. And I don't know what that is, but God knows and you know. But did you know that over the years that people can carry regrets, they can change. And it might just be that we're holding on to grudges that don't matter anymore. That we realize that the person that we're holding the grudge against has changed, that they do regret the thing they did, they do regret the thing they said. And I just want to challenge you to give a bit of grace and recognize maybe someone has changed. Maybe this person isn't who they once were. I'm definitely not who I once were. Maybe I need to be a little bit forgiving and recognize that people can shift. That's my lesson for today. That is story time. So what's the focus for us, Libby?
So the in focus today is, who do you need? So maybe there's someone in your life that you have, like Julian said, you've not forgiven them, or you've been holding a grudge against them. Maybe in this moment you need them to move forward. Amazing. That
is so good. I totally agree with that. We've got time for one final game.
We have.
This one's a little less painful.
Can you just swipe across and just check that we're still streaming?
Are we still streaming? We have not. We have not lost anything. We're right here. In fact, even Grace says there's literally nothing happening right now.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
That's really painful.
So, because I've got up on my phone, I'm still showing as Drawsonary.
No way. Are we not streaming?
It's buffering. I don't know. We've been frozen for about 5 minutes.
Well, let's finish the game anyway.
Yeah, brilliant. We'll continue through and hopefully you'll be able to see it. Sorry if this is really laggy for you, but hopefully you'll be able to come on to the last game.
Emoji code's always a favourite. Or we're just going to play 2 of these. We've got time for them very quickly. And the first one is this.
So the theme, I need to tell you the theme for this one.
Tell me the theme, please.
You might be able to get through these quite quickly. The theme is TV shows.
TV shows. Okay. Gogglebox.
Gogglebox.
Ah, that was
Hey!
easy. Loving life.
Next one.
Super duper. Next one is, okay, TV shows. House of Cards.
Yes.
I'm smashing this
You are
tonight.
smashing this round.
Hey, this is rare. Normally it takes me 20 years to get even. We're on, right, 2 jacks and 2 horses. 2 knights and 2 grooms. 2 jacks and 2 broom. 2 jacks and horses. 2 jackmen and...
No.
Jack.
They're not Jack, they're Jokers.
Jokers. Oh. 2 jokers and 2 horses. 2. Am I right with 2?
Am
I right with 2?
It's plural.
Oh, jokers
And
horses. Jokers and riders.
no, horses is right.
Jokers and horse.
Horses is right.
Joke.
What's another word for a joker?
Jester.
Keep going.
Practical jokers.
Keep going.
Impractical jokers.
No. Something and horses.
Something on horse. Oh, only fools and horses?
Yeah.
Only fools and horses?
Fools, jokers.
Oh, I'll give you that. That was quite
and
difficult. I don't know.
horses.
Just let us know in the comments. Was that a fair one?
I
don't
think
know.
that's a fair one.
I don't know.
think it is.
Okay, one more we got time for.
Oh, this one's easy. We have time for 2 more.
Guess who?
No.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Next one, last one.
Love it. Okay, yeah, we are smashing this tonight.
This one's the harder one.
The Big Bang Theory.
That was meant to be a hard one. It is Big Bang Theory. Well done.
Yeah,
I
that
get
was
some harder
so
ones.
difficult.
Normally-
that was really difficult.
Normally, I get really hard ones, and Julian's like, I can't do them.
Oh no, you're amazing. That was
Whereas
well
this
thought
time,
out, my love.
He's got them well.
My
Brilliant.
lovely wife. She's done a brilliant job.
So, last word.
I'm sorry it's been really laggy tonight.
Do you know what? Next week it should be really good because I'm at my parents' house and they have really good internet.
Yeah, super. The upload speed will be mint.
So next week will be mint.
Either that or we'll pre-record.
Or pre-record. I think we might start pre-recording,
Toast.
guys, and
So
we'll join you in the chat.
We've got a special service coming up this Sunday. Is Believers Stories Sunday.
Ooh.
So we're talking about who is Jesus, how you can have faith in him. It's not to be missed. It's going to be awesome. It's going to rock. There's a special guest interview.
That I don't even know about, and I'm really excited.
It's a little bit sad, but it's really fun. But there's a special guest interview you must watch. It's going to
I'm so
rock.
looking forward to this.
And then in 2 weeks' time, there's a youth service.
There's a youth
you guys,
service.
you guys,
All of you guys are like in
you
the
are the
service.
stars of the show. It's going to be
gonna
amazing.
So good. So that's pretty much all we've got
That's
to
it.
tell
That's
you.
all
Obviously,
we've
we've got our meet group on Wednesday. Make sure that you sign up. You'll get the link out by Monday.
For sure.
Make sure you register, otherwise you can't come. Or if you're on holiday, have a great holiday, guys. If it's your birthday and you're out for a birthday meal,
Yeah,
have a great birthday.
loads of you are celebrating your birthday.
It's everyone's birthday.
Have an amazing week.
We
Bless
love
you guys.
We'll see you soon.
Love you loads. Bye-bye.